UVA soccer star and leading scorer Edward Opoku was recently named ACC Offensive Player of the Week. But accolades are not why his teammates respect him. What makes Edward so remarkable is how he has juggled the 5,000-mile-long journey from dirt roads in Ghana to the green grass of Klöckner Stadium. Teammate and fellow forward Simeon Okoro says Edward is beloved for his exceptional attitude.
It's hard to find good players that are good on the field but also good off the field. Edward is a positive, bright character and he never stops smiling.
But Edward carries weight behind the smile. He worries about his impoverished family, especially his sick mother he left behind in Odumasi, Ghana 12 years ago.
Each and every day I live in fear. In a second or in a minute or in an hour, something bad can happen to the people that I care about.
Although they speak via Skype, Edward has visited his mother only twice in the past decade. Edward defines success as retrieving her from Odumasi.
When people talk about you made it, it's like, having all of this, luxuries and having this expensive car or a house or money. But for me, to make it is to get my mom from there or to get my family from there.
Edward himself saw no escape from Ghana until the morning of his grandmother's funeral. Next door to the burial, tryouts for a world-renowned soccer academy, Right to Dream, were taking place. Edward borrowed cleats and earned the only spot for his village, saying this opportunity turned his world upside down.
I've gotten from eating once a day to having a bed and having to go to a classroom to learn a different language other than my native language.
After Right to Dream, Edward attended Millbrook School, a boarding school in New York. There he met high school coach Rick McWilliams and wife Cindy, who I spoke to by internet. Rick said that Edward told almost no one about Ghana until the end of his senior year.
He didn't want to burden other people. He didn't want to make everybody feel sorry for the Ghanaian kid who didn't have anything, because that gets old pretty fast.
But weeks before Millbrook graduation, Edward gave a chapel talk. When he broke down in tears, the community responded with a standing ovation. What did that moment represent for Edward?
In front of the entire school, dressed in a suit with the lights, and he suddenly realized the impact of his story on, first of all, himself, and then the potential impact on those who he'd been at school with who didn't know.
While Edward and I kicked around Klöckner Stadium, I noticed his necklaces. What's the significance of your necklace?
Every little part of them represent every person in my village. I feel like I carry my whole village, so I try to make sure that whatever I'm doing, it's not affecting those people.
As Edward looks in the short term to help the Cavaliers clinch an NCAA championship this season, he wears these necklaces, one from his mother and one from his sister, to remind him who he plans to help if in the future he can turn pro. I'm Madeline Mayhew, reporting from Charlottesville.